Why hello there, and welcome back to another funny meme video. So, there's actually a bit of a backstory for this one. You see, you may recall in my first meme video, I mentioned how I was originally planning on covering r/D&D memes because it was more on brand for my channel. And, but then I didn't because the memes were all really not funny. So I decided that I was going to try it again. I was going to give r/D&D memes a second chance, and it turns out that not only are the memes still not funny, apparently they are like actively trying to be the most toxic tabletop gaming community on the internet, and they're doing a really good job of it. But I had already planned on doing a meme video, so I am returning once again to Furry IRL, aka Furry IRL, because the furries have never let me down. Well, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet players found a way to kiss their monsters. Well, like I said, the furries have never let me down. You give them a Pokemon game, they will find a way to smooch the Pokemons. It's a thing that a lot of them want to do, like not all of them, but a good number, they do want to smooch the Pokemons. And, you know, on some level at least, you have to respect their dedication to doing it. Christmas season starts. Fursonas. Dear. Now, you see, this is why I do not have a fursona. I don't have to worry about December rolling around and suddenly having to change my fursona into a reindeer. I just have a reindeer character ready to go at any time, whenever I need one. Cat girls aren't furries. No, yeah, cat girls are not furries. I mean, what kind of cat girls are we talking? Once you get fur all over the body, then you're in furry territory. Like that one episode of Totally Spies where, was it Clover? Got turned into a cat girl. Like that would be a furry cat girl. Whereas your standard basic bitch cat ears and tail, that would be not furry territory. It's what I like to call a garbage waifu. Seriously, that show has every fetish in it. Furries who can't draw. Artists who offer free art. Yeah, you know, sometimes artists do that, and it's very nice of them. And you really, really need to be appreciative of that. And here's the thing. Here's a very important thing. I'm giving you a pro tip for life. If an artist does free art for you, if they say perhaps take a request from you or say, oh, send me your character and I will draw them, etc. And then they do that. They make the art for you. You thank them. You obviously credit them when you post that art somewhere. And that is the end of your interaction with that artist. Like, do not contact them again and again and again and again, requesting and then demanding that they draw more free art for you. This is literally the reason that I do not take requests. I have had too many people who just took one request and turned it into constant demands that I draw, you know, like assorted various characters with two heads. That was one. Someone just kept asking and then like demanding that I draw all of these assorted like cartoon women, but with two heads. And to this day, I am still a little anxious about ever drawing a character with two heads because of this one person. Well, I like you, but I'm kind of scared of that guy. I don't even know that guy. Look at me, brother. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, the furry fandom grew out of all things, the science fiction fandom. I mean, technically the whole thing started at an anime club. It's a very long, complicated thing. Watch The Fandom by Ash Coyote. It's a really good documentary on the furry fandom. But as I was saying, yeah, they started at science fiction conventions where they had like furry parties and then eventually grew into entire furry conventions. And now I'm sitting here on the internet talking about furry memes. That is That is the complete condensed history of the furry fandom. I just drew my persona for the first time. There's no joke here. It's just, they drew their persona for the first time, and, congratulations, good job. Keep working on it, getting better. That's what you do. I am being uncharacteristically positive right now. I realize it seems like I'm being sarcastic, but no, really, just, good job. Keep at it.
Gentlemen, it is with greatest pleasure to inform you that our whole community is still deeply misunderstood.
I don't have anything funny to say about this one. I just wanted to do that voice for that frog, and then I did. Furries exist. Conservative Christian Karens.
Furries are a satanic cult.
I mean, are they, or are Satanists a furry cult? Yeah, see? You didn't consider that, did you? You didn't consider that perhaps it is not the furries working in the name of Satan, but rather the Satanists working in the name of furries. I mean, I'm pretty cool with both, so, whatever. Fully clothed. Completely nude. Nudity in anthro art is a weird frickin' thing. There's this really weird level of nudity in anthro art, and the way that the rules about posting anthro art are enforced online. Like, you have situations like this where a character is naked, but there's nothing visible. The jungular region is just, fur. If they have breasts, there are no nipples on them. And that is considered acceptable in most places. That is safe for work furry art. I mean, just look at Donald Duck. He does not wear pants. No one says how obscene that Donald Duck or the other ducks around him do not wear pants. But then I do know that some online communities consider art of a character in their underwear to be not safe for work, or like at least, on the edge, like the questionable area of content. So it's this weird thing where a character who is covered is seen as more not safe for work than a character that is uncovered but clearly does not have anything to cover. Yeah, I may or may not have spent more time thinking about this than the average person should.
Release the dragon!
No, Jimmy, you're on timeout. So, perhaps this Jimmy, was he a bad dragon?
I turned into a Zeppelin just so I can nuzzle-wuzzle the Empire State Building.
Empire State Building used to have a place for parking airships in the past. It absolutely did. That is a fun history fact. Frickin' Hindenburg. The Hindenburg ruined airships for everyone, because, airships are so cool, and that one airship had a big, fiery crash. But no, we can't have airships anymore. We can't have airship docks on the top of skyscrapers. Imagine that. Imagine getting off an airship onto the top of the Empire State Building. That would be so cool. Oh, God. The version of history that we live in now, where we don't have airships, is it's kind of lame.
Alright, gamers, I've infiltrated the furries to gain important information that may aid us in this war. Stay strong, I'll be here a while.
A while later. Fuck. The Gamer-to-Furry pipeline is a real thing. And, it doesn't take a lot to figure out what's going on there, that you're coming from one of the most toxic communities around, and then you're looking at this other community, and at first you're like, oh, them furries, we gamers are gonna get the furries. And then, you start paying attention to the furries, you watch them so you know what their tricks are, and then you're like, hey, these furries are kind of cool. And then, you meet the people, you talk with the people, sometimes they will extend the hand out to you, and it's like, oh, these people are cool. They are not these horribly manipulative and, angry people that I'm used to dealing with on Xbox Live. Friend, Your art style is good, though. Thanks, I just really enjoy making artworks. Oh, and sketches, too.
Please make an SFW.
What?
Thick, hot, buff wolves, or cute, thick femboys. Oh, what's this? What do we have here?
Anatomy practice? So I guess it's time for another etiquette tip for dealing with artists. Pressuring an artist to do not safe for work art is basically the same as just like pressuring a person to send you nudes. You are asking them to create sexually explicit content that they may not be comfortable doing, and you probably shouldn't be pressuring them to do it. If they want to do it, they will. You can tell them that, like, oh, if you did this kind of art, that's something I would like to see, but you don't want to tell people that, like, oh, you should do this, because that's their decision about whether or not they want to do it.
Can I help you?
Wah, wah, wah. Like, okay, so can someone explain this one to me? It's just like, okay, he's eating the sandwich, and then there's 2 protogens and 2 circles, and like, do they not like sandwiches? Do they want some of his sandwich? I'm not that familiar with the protogen and circle lore, so I don't know what's going on here, but if someone knows, let me know in the comments. Christmas is coming. Furry reindeer porn. It's showtime. Okay, yes, there may or may not be a slight increase in the amount of anthropomorphic reindeer porn during the month of December, but that's just that's being seasonal and festive. I mean, other people are allowed to be festive. Suddenly we're critiquing the furries for doing the same. Karen, you put all those lights on your house, and suddenly the furries aren't supposed to draw the reindeer porn with the harnesses on, maybe Santa, in the back with a whip. That is a wholesome, festive holiday activity. Good friend. Man, I hate furries. They're all cringe. Me convincing him to play a totally not furry D&D game. That SpongeBob laugh is hard. I don't recommend trying it. It is difficult and painful. But yeah, they're putting a lot of the anthro races in the Dungeons and the Dragons. There's turtle people, there's cat people, there's bird people. I don't know what other ones there are. There's rat folk. That's what the D&D is doing. It's slowly becoming Ironclaw, basically. Except that, Ironclaw has like a way better system than Dungeons and Dragons. So like, if you do want to play a furry fantasy adventure role-playing game, Ironclaw, it's there, and it's quite good. All right, so I couldn't do D&D memes, but I was able to get at least one D&D meme in the furry video, so I think that's it. That's it for this installment of me looking at furry memes and going, haha, the furry memes, they are so silly, and commenting on them. That is the format of this video that you have just watched, and probably did not really need me to summarize how it worked. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Extra special thanks to my Fightin' Flail Snails, Samuel Gorski, Randy Mulholland, and Toshiro Okuro. If you'd like to be cool like them, you can check out my Patreon. You can get early access to videos and, fun stuff that I make for the Patreon. If you don't want to do that, though, that's cool, too. You can still hit all of the lovely buttons, like, subscribe, these other videos that either myself or the cold, heartless YouTube algorithm have lovingly selected for you, which I am sure are lovely videos that you will also enjoy. And I will see you next time.